Hello, my name's Claire. Welcome to this beginner Pilates class. You're going to start with your heels of your feet on the sitting bones of your bottom, arms reaching forwards, relaxing through the back of the head. And you can take the knees as wide as you'd like to take them. So you could try a knee out variation. Rest the forehead down to the ground. And as you breathe in, feel the belly relax down towards the mat. And exhale and relax completely. And again, as you breathe in, the belly relaxes completely. And as you exhale, relax completely. This time, inhale, belly relaxes. As you exhale, think of gently gathering the belly in towards you. And you might find the muscles that line the bowl of the pelvis gather up. And then relax again, feel the difference. Inhale, breathe, relax everything, feel the difference when you relax. As you exhale, there's a sense of gathering up from the pelvis and a gathering in from the belly. Now hold that there. Can you stay there now and breathe in and out of the ribs? Notice everything else is staying relaxed. This is inner activity only. So you're keeping that gathering up, gathering in, and gently breathing in and out of your ribs. And relax completely. Again, inhale, belly relaxes. As you exhale, think of a gathering up and a gathering in. Holding that gathering and breathing in and out of the ribs. Noticing how there's a sense of the breath coming into the back of the body as well as the sides of the body. So your lungs are 75% at the back of the body. So lying on your front and breathing can be very functional and very healthy, especially if you've got any lung conditions. Releasing one more time. Inhale, relax into the belly. Exhale, gathering up from the pelvis, gathering in from the front of the spine. Okay, we're not hardening anything, forcing anything, over contracting, just a simple awakening. Now keep that sense of gathering in now as you draw the belly in towards your spine. You might like to just stay there here and pause and look at the belly. See it drawing in. As you breathe in and out of the ribs. You can bring your hands onto your knees if you want extra support there. And now draw all the way up, lifting and lengthening. Release through the shoulders. Float the head up. Lengthen through the back of the head. Spread the fingers coming into an all fours position. So your knees are underneath your hips. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Have a sense of the shoulders moving away from each other. And just notice the sensation through your upper body when you do that. So the shoulders move away. You might notice a little activity underneath your armpits, your lats coming down into the sides of the body. Think of gently pressing your hands away from the earth so your hands are solid into the ground. Now visualize your spine as a pole. And think of it as being as long as it can, so the head is as far away from the tailbone as it can possibly be. So there's a sense of length in your spines. Now think of breathing into your belly, and you feel the belly come away from your spine, and you might even notice a little bit of a dip in your lower back. And as you exhale, think of gently pressing into your hands and gather the belly in and feel the length through the spine. You might notice that illumination at the root of your spine. Okay, you're not doing anything here, you're simply becoming aware of what's happening. When you find stability through your hands, your knees, and then breathing into the sides and the backs again, feel the breath coming more into the back of the body. Now from here on your next exhalation, keep drawing the belly in and round your tailbone down to meet the heels of your feet. Just the lower part of your spine, not the upper part. Inhale, release the tailbone back. So you can imagine you've got a tail or a piece of string behind you, and as you exhale, the string is drawing your tailbone down to the ground. Your belly gathers in. Another way to describe it is to imagine lights shining from your sitting bones to the wall behind you before you start. As you exhale, gather up through the belly and shine your lights down towards the floor. Inhale and release. This is a little bit like hip rolls, but doing it from all fours. And you can really get a sense of the belly gathering in now because you're having to draw it in against gravity. And if you find it hard to relax your belly, this is a good position to do it because you can let it fall away from your spine. So it's really important that as well as being able to engage the core, that also we can relax the core. We want to be able to move freely in between relaxing and engaging. Everything's always about balance. So it might be that you're very contracted around this area and you need to work more on release. Or if you find that your belly naturally falls away, then you might need to work more on gathering in. So last time as you exhale, the belly draws up, the tailbone comes down, and you might find a nice stretch in your lower back as you do this, depending on your posture, and releasing. Now from there, keep the tailbone over the heels of the feet, the arms come forwards, either bring the chin down to the mat or the forehead, relax through the spine. So you can prop yourself up here if you need to with a block or a brick and bring the ground up to you as required. Bring the thumbs up to the ceiling. You can notice a stretch through the armpits. From there, come back up onto all fours. Spread the fingers wide, really connect the hands down into the earth. We're going to come all the way up the spine this time. So as you exhale, tummy draws up, tailbone comes down, and visualize a wave coming all the way up through your spine. The chin comes down to the chest. Think of puffing up through your upper back. Belly's gathered in. Breathe into your ribs 3 times. Keep the belly gathering. Keep a sense of the muscles that line the pelvic floor, the pelvis lifting up. And then release with the tailbone first. So this is starting to build some body awareness as you really focus on what's happening in your bodies here. Find some length. Again, breathe in. Tummy draws up, tailbone comes down, and visualize your spine as a wave. Imagine a big wave coming all the way up through the spine. Bring your eye line to look to your navel. Visualize the shoulder blades moving away from each other. Keep the gathering in feeling. Inhale, release and lengthen out through the tailbone first. Release and lengthen out through the middle of the spine, through the upper spine. And think about your head and tailbone being as far away from each other as they can. Again, inhale. Exhale, the belly gathers in. Coming all the way up. Eye line to navel, breathing in and out of the ribs. You can even look and see what's happening. Keep the belly gathered in. And then release from the tailbone first. Then the middle of the spine, then the upper spine, and you're coming back to neutral, so there's no dumping into the lower back at all. We want to stay, so there's no over compression there. Inhale, exhale, come back onto the heels, bend the knees, and give your wrists a release. So rolling around through the wrists, and you can give them a shake. So you can come and rest at any time you need to. Spread the fingers again once more, curl the toes under. Feel the shoulder blades slide out and down the back. Take a breath in. There's a sense of the belly gathering up just to support in the neutral. As you exhale, see if you can press into your feet so your toes are curled under. Keep the heels of your feet drawing in towards your midline and simply hover your knees off the floor an inch, not too far. So in fact, how little can you lift your knees off the mat? Now, bring the belly up, gather in from the root of the spine, pressing the hands and spreading them into the ground. Maybe you want to puff up your upper back just a little bit. Stay lifting, back of the neck is long. So check you're not dropping through the head. Take a soft breath in, exhale to lower. And again, so inhaling, exhale, feel the belly gather in. And press into your feet and hover up. Now keep the sense of, so the stability is coming from the feet and the hands, then it's lifting up from the pelvis, gathering in from the belly, so kind of starting to work the whole body here. Breathing in and out of the ribs, inhale, exhale to lower, very nice. Okay, so from there, just releasing out through the wrists once more. Bring your hands slightly further in front of you and lower your hips down. So here is your 3/4 plank position. Careful that you don't dip the lower back, so there's some stability through your spine, pressing the hands away from the mat. Point your elbows backwards as you lower your chest all the way down to the ground. Bringing your hands out to the side, roll your shoulders. So the elbows are just beneath your shoulders. Inhale, open across the shoulders. Imagine that you're rolling your marble in front of you like we did in the previous class. Now peel up from your breastbone. Either stay there, or if it feels comfortable, press into your hands and peel your spine away a little bit more. You can press into the tops of the feet and engage the thighs if that helps to take any tension away from your back. Think of space in the spine again. So you're lifting up from underneath you. There's broadness across the collarbones and the chest. Inhale. Exhale and imprint each vertebrae back down into the ground. Now notice if you have a habit of clenching up the bottom cheeks, and see if you can keep them relaxed and let them do what they want to do. There might be a slight engagement towards the top, but as we come up halfway, the glutes should be completely relaxed. Now start to peel up through the spine. And then breathe maybe into the front of the bodies. Gently breathe in. Exhale the elbows, bend, peeling back down to the ground. Now if this isn't comfortable for you, then don't come up as fast. You can always reduce your range of movement. You could come up even into a little hover. If you're coming up, you press the hands where the elbows peel. And again, you don't have to straighten the arms. You might be coming up halfway. So just working to increase your mobility over time, supporting the back of the body with the front of the body, but there's some release in this shape. So you might even feel a stretch through the front of your body here as the back of the body moves inwards and then peeling back down. So working in your own range. So you might be coming up just a few inches. Inhaling and exhaling to lower. So from there, bring your hands underneath you, so your forearms, your elbows are underneath your shoulders and your forearms are out in front of you. And completely relax and feel the shoulder blades, so your shoulders are hunching. And then as you breathe in, press your forearms into the mat, move the shoulders away from each other and notice activity naturally happening in your body, just from being more upright, creating space and creating length. And this in itself is an exercise, so relax completely, dump into the shoulders, feel the belly relaxing into the mat. Now make it more active. Press the hands away from the earth, press into the forearms, the shoulders move away from each other, the belly naturally draws in. So the body knows what to do when you give it the space and move. And then you can gently breathe in and out of the ribs. One more time, relaxing down. And then find the space in your body. Press into the forearms, open across the shoulders, pressing away, feeling the body naturally find its own engagement here. Now from here, stay lifted up through the front of the spine. See if you can point your right toe and bring it in towards you. Release it back down and keep lifting through the front of the body and switch sides. You're going to point the toe in and release. You might just start to notice a little bit of length coming through the front of your thigh, into the hips. Nice and slow and controlled. Working in your own range of movement once more. Releasing off through the legs and just lifting through the belly. One more on each side. Inhaling, exhale and peel each vertebrae back down into the ground. Bring your hands underneath the chest, spread the fingers, roll your shoulders. Press the bend your knees, Press the hands away from the mat as you exhale. So exhale, press up. And then bring the tailbone slightly back towards the heels of your feet. From there, gently slide the shoulders down the back. So you're going to slide your right leg away from you, keeping your hip bones facing down. Bring your left hand onto your right shoulder and use that hand to check the shoulder staying drawn down the back. And you could stay here, hip bones facing the earth. Maybe you can reach your right leg away. Now use the top of your left foot for stability. So have that weighted into the mat. Reach your right leg away and imagine somebody is pulling your leg away from you. You could flex the foot and imagine you're pressing it into the wall behind you. The belly's planing in, it's gathering in from underneath. And then you can bend your right knee and maybe gently press the heel up to the foot. Sorry, the heel up to the ceiling, just an inch or a centimetre. Keep gathering in. Reach your right leg away. Right knee comes under right hip, left hand comes under left shoulder. Very nice. Other side, so roll the shoulders. See if you can slide your left leg behind you, maybe even spider tip the right hand, and you might stay here. Maybe you can bring your right hand onto your left shoulder, keep drawing down. Now lift the left leg, flex the foot, imagine you're pressing the heel of your left foot into the wall behind you. There's a lift from underneath the belly there. The back of the neck is long. So again, the head is as far away from the foot as it can be, as there's a sense of space and elongation through your spines. Take a soft, gentle breath in. Exhale, right hand under right shoulder, left knee under left hip. Inhale, open your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the palm to face up as you thread it in between your hand and your knee. Release your head down to the side. Maybe you can bring your left arm up, wrap it around your body and find your right thigh crease, relax your shoulders. And now completely breathe and let everything go. So make sure you're relaxing down into the belly here. So we're talking about being able to go between a relaxed state and an engaged state. So here we can completely relax the belly. Check that we're not over clenching or over gripping anywhere in the body. Coming back up to centre and switching sides. So inhale, open out through the left arm, reaching up. Feel the expansion. Exhale, palm faces up as you thread it in between the knee and the hands on the opposite side. Head can rest on the earth. Inhale, right arm comes up. You can either wrap it around your back and find your left thigh crease, relax through your shoulders, or you might like to leave it down on top of the opposite arm or rest it in front of you. So finding space in your bodies all the time and then relaxing completely. Releasing back to centre. Take the tailbone back to the heels of your feet. Just find that breath coming in the back of your bodies. Slide your hands back to your knees. Gather the belly in, uncurl from the base of your spine as you lift and lengthen all the way through. Relax your shoulders. Float the head up. Lengthen through the back of your heads. Thank you so much for joining me in this class today, and I look very forward to